Good morning, sunshine. Welcome to Morning Inspiration with Friends with our host, Miss Inspiration. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe as you sit back and listen.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Say hi to Jelly Bean. Say hi. He wants to be a baby today and be in my lap. Happy December 1st. We're in the first of the month. It's a Monday. That kind of aligns and it feels good, right, Jelly Belly? Right? So I'm excited. Sorry for last week. Last week was a hard week. Hey, we talking about this. Last week was a hard week. I got sick, wasn't feeling great, still don't feel 100%, but at least my voice is better. Then with the holidays, being off, just feeling super lazy, I just let myself rest. Like I finally just did that. So I am your girl Tanisha. Your name is Inspiration. For those of you that are brand new, this is Morning Inspiration with Friends. This is the podcast that I do every single morning, Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. ish Central Time. So maybe like 7:05, 7:10. I try to schedule in advance so that you can see and you can kind of like gauge which 5, 10. Sometimes if I need to, I might have to like push it to like 7:20 if I have to. But I haven't had to do that in a while. So I'm happy about that. So I'm excited for you all to be here today. I woke up this morning super early. All right, get down, Jelly. Get down. You're falling off. Right. So I woke up early this morning, like 5 something, and I was just thinking about the year. Like the year is coming to a close, but it's not closed yet. And I know so many people are like, oh, let's get ready for 2026, but we still got time in 2025. And this is something that I have been strongly encouraging for the last couple of years, probably now 10 years. Because so many people, like when December gets here, it's like they just shut off. And these are people that are like really looking to change their life. They're trying to change their health. They're trying to change their finances. Trying to find a better opportunity. And everybody just like pause and stop and put everything to January. But I'm here to tell you, there's still time, ample time for you to take bold steps before this year's over. Before Christmas gets here, you still have ample time. So if you're sitting around looking at this month of December and you already wrote it off, you're already mentally preparing for 2026 and you're already there or you're just waiting, I'm here to tell you, if you need to start working on healing your finances, then this is the place that you need to be. We need to have this conversation now, because if we don't, we're going to continue to get drifted into the mindset of preparing and waiting for 2026. We don't need to wait for the new year. We never have to wait for the new year. That's just what society tells us. Oh, new year, new goals. No, new day, new goals, right? That's the mindset that we have to. That's how we break cycles. When you start taking these bold steps, start shifting your mindset, you are starting to break the cycle. The cycle that everyone has of January 1. And then when we look back, it ends up being the 1st of February, because people are like, oh, because, I just had to get things together. I had to get my mind right. It was like a free trial. They make it like the 13th month of the previous year. So they don't even get started technically in January. So this is the reason why, if we can technically say that the new year starts in February, then we can say that the new year starts every single day that we wake up. And I don't mean just your birthday. If you wake up tomorrow and say, this is going to be my new year, then that's going to be a new year. Or if you're already up, then you have the opportunity at 7:09 a.m. Central Time on December 1st. You can make a decision right now to say, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not playing those games any longer. I'm going to start to do things differently. I'm going to be the person that's going to break these cycles. I'm going to unlearn the narratives that society has been instilling in me, telling me this is the path and the way to do things. And I'm going to go out there and I'm going to start doing things a lot different. It's Cyber Monday. Black Friday was over the weekend. And There are people out here talking a whole bunch of noise, a whole bunch of nonsense. Oh no, everybody's broke. Nobody has look. And I literally wrote this on somebody's post. Keep that to yourself. If you and your circle are broke, then you and your circle are broke. My circle, we're not broke because we don't speak that language here. We don't believe in that. If I need something, I went out on Friday and I bought it. And it wasn't because it was Black Friday. It was honestly because of the fact that it was the day I had off. And it just happened to have a decent sale. So you don't even have to walk around and have that type of mindset. They're choosing to think that. They're choosing to speak that way because they want to go, against what the government and the politics. When you operating from a different realm, you're not thinking about those things. So no, everyone is not broke. Everyone is not broke. There are people out here buying houses, buying cars, buying businesses. Like everyone is out here. There are people out here doing stuff. There are people still out here traveling. Actually, just know someone just went to Bali last week. Just because, right? It's a mindset. I'm going to be very honest with y'all. I could sit here and talk about every side hustle. I could show y'all. I can give y'all proof. But if your mindset believes that everything is a scam, that's not possible, I'm meant to be broke, none of this is going to work. Your finances are not going to heal. That's what made me start doing and having these kind of conversations. Last year, I did a 7 days of healing your finances, where in the first 2 days was just strictly about mindset, because there are so many people who don't believe that they have the ability to have finances that are going to make them money in their sleep. They don't believe that they have enough money to pay their bills, to go travel, to start investing, right? Someone had made another comment this morning, and they were like, oh, yeah, everybody wants to be out here traveling, and nobody's out here saving, and that's, like I said, that irritates my spirit, because there's some people doing it all. There's some people investing their money, they're traveling. I know someone that has 3 separate high yield savings accounts, all of them with $15,000 and better in each account, getting 3 to 4% a year in interest. That's someone's reality. But then they're also going out there and they're shopping for the holidays, and they're also going on vacations with their family, and they're buying stuff that they want. People are still getting pre-approved. Like, this is not stopping. When you start having a better relationship with money and with finances, and you start understanding, like, how do I make this? How do I do it with ease? That is a way that you're breaking the cycle. You're unlearning everything that has been taught to us. We've been taught a lot of things. And I'm not going to say that they were wrong, but a lot of it wasn't factual. And so we have the capability right now to interrupt those patterns, to break them and say, I'm not keeping this as my reality, right? You all, somebody next to you, we all have skills, we have talents, we have stories, we have experiences that are worth money, that people would pay from $1 to thousands of dollars. So you have to start looking at yourself and looking at what you have, what's within you. What's that skill that you know can make you $20 right now? What's that one skill? Because it's possible. It happens. Someone right now is getting cold. There are people out here making money, putting up lights for people for Christmas. That's a way to make money. No one is doing lawn, but people are out here saying, hey, I will come decorate your front lawn for you for the holidays. That's the way to make money. Again, we're not saying that you're going to make thousands and millions of dollars, but someone out there right now needs $20 to put into their gas tank. Someone out there needs $15 to buy breakfast for them and their kids. Someone out there needs $100 by the end of the week to put towards their rent. And so you mean to tell me that within you, there's nothing in you that has the ability to say, I can go out here and make the difference? That's not going to consist of you going and applying for a brand new job. Yes, we definitely will encourage you. Find a position that's going to pay you your worth. Find a position that's going to provide you stability. Absolutely. That is definitely 100% a part of the plan. But until that happens, you're watching the reports. There are people out here telling you, literally telling you, that they're going through 4 and 5 rounds of interviews for weeks. Okay? For weeks, waiting for one yes or no. And a lot of times it's more of a no than it is a yes. So why would you not want to tap into that skill, into that talent, into that ability, that experience that someone else out there needs? Because that's really what it is. Someone out there needs it. They might not know that they need it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just got to let people know, like, yo, this is really available. Like, I remember, like, meal prepping. I've done it all. If you follow me over the years, I've done it all. I've made smoothies for people to pay off unexpected bills. I did meal prepping so I can pay my mortgage. Come on. I coach people, I train people, and then I started to realize I didn't like to do. Come on. You coming up? Don't get a dog, y'all. Come here. Come here, Buko. Right? So we go out here, and I realized, like, you know what? That's not really what I want to do long term. I didn't want to be a chef. I didn't want to be someone that was making everyone's meals. I didn't want to be everybody's tropical smoothie queen. I didn't want to be that person. I wanted to really help people. So that's why I started to focus on the teaching, focus on the coaching, because I know that's my true natural skill. So when I say to people, what do you want to learn? I can teach you. Like, I'm not being arrogant. I'm not being funny. I have a really good sense of, especially like with technology, with software. You want to learn? I just finished a 4-week class showing people how to use Google Workspace. And the reason why I focus on Google Workspace, because I'm trying to meet people where they are. Everyone doesn't have a regular PC with Microsoft Office, right? That's a reality. A lot of people have Chromebooks. But if you learn one of those operating systems, whether you learn Microsoft Office or Google Workspace, and if you learn it the correct way, you learn it the way that is going to be appealing to these organizations, where we are actually looking at the collaboration, where we are looking, where we're looking at how do you collaborate, how do you actually use it to be productive, so that you can go out here and, you know, get these jobs and keep the job, because that's really important. I can teach you that. So I got back and I realized for myself, this is when I started to realize, like, you just got to focus on what is meant for you. I'm not trying to do what anybody else is trying to do. I'm trying to focus on the skills and talents and abilities that I have, that I know that the world needs, or I try to at least communicate as effectively as possible, so that they can see that they need it and see the value in them learning it. So that's why I'm doing another one in 2 weeks, right? 2-week boot camp is going to be 2 Saturdays. We're going to work together, log in. We're going to bang them out so that you can learn Google Workspace. So you can go to my link tree and you can get that information if you want to be a part of that. We still have early bird and we have buy one, get one. So if you and a friend need to learn and upskill, please join us. But I really want us to start getting out this mindset. So the last thing I want to talk about is that this is the best time to tap into yourself, right? This last month, and I want you to start being strategic in what you are doing and how you're actually doing it, right? This is the time. Maybe you're not going to take actions, okay? Oh, try a dentist. Oh, yeah, baby, it's called having a gap, and it's a beautiful one. But you know what? You have a great day, right? So you have to really get into that point, into that space of just saying, okay, what am I going to do for this last month? Is that going to be the month? Is this going to be the month that you start to take a class, get you some books, start actually learning, and then you want to start maybe taking action towards the end of the year? Are you going to start exploring some of the new ways that you can start making money online, right? There are some people who are doing things such as DoorDash creator. I'm a DoorDash creator. Got paid pretty decent. I actually have one more video that I need to put up, because that is going to be very helpful for me. Because it's like money that's just sitting there in my phone that I haven't done. So that's a new way. Walmart. I know people are still boycotting Target. I don't shop at Target, but Target has a creator program. I'm not a part of it because I don't shop there, so I wouldn't even go there. There's a lot of programs. So I will say, just to kind of give you a heads up as to what you can do, you can go right to your favorite brand and see if they have any kind of creator program. And if they do have a creator program, sign up for it. If you are already frequenting, like if you do this often, that's why there were some people I saw when I first started hearing about the DoorDash creator program. I'm not really a DoorDash person. DoorDash to me, I always felt always had the least amount of restaurants and options. And I'm from New York City. So the real popular places were on Uber and not on DoorDash. I don't know the politics. I don't know the numbers. And it's even worse out here in Oklahoma and Tulsa. But that was something that I said, it's cool. I still want to try it because it also forces me to go out and it also forces you to go out so that you can go and do those different, you could try and get, try new restaurants and new places in your community, because that's what the DoorDash program is about. They don't want the national brands. So they don't want to see Applebee's, Red Lobster. They don't want to see those. They want to see the mom and pop shops that are on DoorDash that you have actually tried. And they want you to create videos for that. And like I said, they pay you pretty decent. Okay, we're not talking $2, $5. So I am not an affiliate. I am a creator. I would recommend everyone to sign up and just see if you get accepted. And then put effort, do one video and see what happens. That's the least that you can do. And then the more, like, tap into the different programs, tap into the different work businesses that you really like. Like I like Seven Brew. I don't know, Seven Brew is not everywhere, but Seven Brew is a drive-up coffee place. So I started tagging them. Like every time that I went, I started tagging them. And then they put me on to a website that they're partnered with called Kale, like the vegetable. Kale will allow you to sign up not just with Seven Brew, but with other platforms. So Aldi is on it. I just did one for Aldi yesterday. They will tell you the challenges. They will say to you, like we're doing, the one that I did with Aldi was a bread challenge. They want you to go into Aldi showing people the kind of breads that you would buy. They don't want you to use any filters, any effects. They just want to see a real video. And then they will pay you for that. Now, I just submitted that last night. I did see it got accepted, but I haven't seen how much I'm getting paid for it. But it doesn't hurt to at least try these things. That's the biggest problem. I saw someone have put in the comments, that's cap. It's not cap. It's not. The reality is that our phones can make us so much money. There are so many apps. There's so many apps on your phone that can make you money, legit money, not fake money, not for you to pay. It's not like, how they, like you see those games and they be like, oh, you could just say, you could win $50 for free. No, a lot of times you got to put $1, you got to put $5, and then you can win $50. What I'm showing you, what I'm telling you is that these are all programs that you're not paying anything towards. And you're going to get paid for it as long as you do what they tell you to do. So that's why with Kale, I didn't get this. This was my second time doing a video for Aldi. They didn't approve the first video. Why? Because I didn't follow all the instructions. They said, don't use any filters, don't use any effects. And I did, because, the videos was kind of dim because it was a gloomy day. And ironically, I went yesterday and it was a gloomy day. But guess what? I continue to do it until they are finally accepted. And that's why I always tell people, a couple of weeks ago, if y'all follow my videos, a couple of weeks ago, I had said, we got to follow the instructions. Well, Tanisha had to take her own advice. Follow the instructions. So I do have a course that walks you through this. I'm about to add another section under module 2 about the different apps, because I'm finding more apps, and I want to add the creator program for like the different websites, DoorDash, Walmart. I think Wayfair even has one. I want to add those because those are fairly new. I did this course, Side Hustle 101. I did this course back in 2022. So you go into the description, you will see the link. If you use the promo code YES75, you get 75% off the course. And then if you sign up this week, the first 20 people, I'm inviting you to a mastermind, because module 4 is a very amazing chapter. Module 4 is not the apps, right? Because I want you to get started with the apps. The apps is going to help you to start making money as soon as possible. Okay. But the real sweet part is the things that's within you. Remember I said earlier, we all have skills, we have talents, we have abilities, you have an idea, you have a passion. I want to help people to turn that into a reality. I want you to look at yourself, look at what you have gone through. And there's something that you have overcame that you can help someone else. Some of you are already business owners and you don't have any digital products. So right now, God forbid, if we go into another pandemic and your doors have to close, your clients won't have any way to connect with you, right? They'll have to now wait because they can't go into your stores, right? Everyone doesn't have an online system for people to purchase things. But the reason why I love the digital products is because you still have the ability to connect with your audience in an immediate sense. So I know therapists that I have worked with, they never had any books, versus whether it's an ebook, a physical book, an audio book, they haven't had any of those. I help them to develop those things. I help them to develop resources and tools such as journals that their clients can use, digital worksheets. Like, these are actual things that people are using, that they're sitting and creating, or they at least are showing someone else how to create them and they're creating them for them. This is the reason why I also work with freelancers and virtual assistants, because I want you to start getting ideas as to how can you really support your people in your sleep. That's how I want you to look at it. What is there something out there that someone is waking up 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning and they're like, I need this, and they're online and they're researching? Where are you going to pop up and to provide that support to them? That's all that I want to do. So that's what that mastermind is going to be. That's why I'm capping it at 20 people, because 20 people within an hour and a half, 2 hours maybe, if we need to, we can fully go deep dive. We can really explore. Everyone can walk away with at least one idea. And if you do the steps that I'm showing you and I tell you, because I'm going to walk you through how to set it up, how to create it, right? I'll even share some of the resources and tools that I have, because I want you to be successful. I want the people that need you, I want them to have access to everything. So the same way that you can have this course and you can buy this in your sleep, no matter when you're watching this, whether the code works or not, again, use code YES75, so that you can get access to that to that course for 75% off. It's going to be less than $15 for you to purchase that course. But the reality is you get four modules that's going to show you from the time that you get through module 1, if you take action, if you are the person that goes food shopping, that does all of the household finances, you're going to see value in some of those apps that I have. And like I said, I'm about to update module 2 with the other apps that are the newer apps. So all of those creative funds and all those creative programs, yes, that's where you need to start tap into the one that makes sense for you. Don't just sign up for stuff if you don't shop there. Like, now you're going to be wasting time and wasting money, right? There's, like I said, that Kale app, you can look that up. That's a freebie. I don't have any affiliates for that. That Kale app, there are tons. Let me go there. So like I say, 7 Brewers on there, Aldi. Why isn't this opening up? And my phone is slowing down. There are like hundreds, I want to say hundreds of businesses on the Kale app. So if you do not have that, if you don't buy the class, that's fine. Download the Kale app and take a look and see which businesses are on there that you frequent, that you purchase, and just take a chance and just see, right? Aldi gave me $2 for just posting a picture of their bag that says Aldi. That was it, $2, right? Now imagine how many other businesses are up there and they just like give us a picture. If you got 5 businesses and say, we'll give you $2 for each picture that you post, and it's not like a fancy picture, they just want to see you with maybe the cup, they want to see you with the bag, right? Just follow the instructions. Don't be like Tanisha. Follow the instructions. So I want us to really start taking heed to that and start looking for these opportunities. Because there's people out here that are banking. There's a lady I saw, 50-year-old woman on TikTok. She actually did her breakdown of how much money she made passively over the month of October. It was crazy. She made over passively, because passively and actually doing the work. I think for like her courses, she said she has self-paced courses. I think last month, for the month of October, she made like, I think $8,000 for just her courses. She does affiliate marketing, so similar to what I'm talking about with Kel and those are considered affiliate marketing. She made over $500 with one app, and I think she said almost 1,000. Like, if you put forth the effort, you can get the great reward. Some people have the time, and if you have the time, I'm gonna spend that extra time. Like last night, I spent that extra time editing that video for Aldi. And guess what I'm gonna do tonight? I'm gonna spend that extra time that I have and do that second video that I should have did a long time ago for DoorDash. It really does come down to discipline. If you're not disciplined, this is the reason why, right? Because the job is not telling me to log in. And I think that's why a lot of people end up not doing it. So I'm gonna stop here because I can talk about this for hours. All right. So you guys have an amazing day. Like I said, check out the course down below. Check out the course in the description. Use that code, and we'll be back here tomorrow. We're going to keep talking about this week. Okay. And I'm happy that we can get rid of the trolls and we can remove their comments so we don't entertain no kind of negativity. So I am your girl, Tanisha Shanae, Miss Inspiration. Have an amazing day today on purpose, with purpose. I love you guys. Be well.
Wow, Tanisha, that was a powerful message. I hope everyone was blessed by today's message. Listen, if you are not tuned in, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Meet us for morning inspiration with friends every Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. ish CT time. See you next time.